Hey guys, Fabio here. A very good morning, and I hope you all had an amazing week. So today, Saturday morning, and as per usual, it's time for an educational video. So without further ado, let's dive straight in and see what I'm going to explain. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining how to trade, or how I traded Euro USD as my trade of the week. So as always, and as per usual, you guys know, okay, well, lower time frame and higher time frame analysis is the way to go. So what I always do when I just open my charts is that I start on the daily time frame. And from the daily, I work my way all the way down in towards lower time frame to my entry time frame. So as you guys can see, we have Euro USD, and Euro USD was my personal trade of the week. And yeah, Euro USD, looking at it on the daily time frame, what can we see? Well, as you guys know from the document that I shared on Discord, and if you haven't checked it out, make sure to do so. I released a free supply and demand document on Discord, so link is in the description, by the way. And in that document, what you guys know is that we have different type of zones, right? So different type of supply and demand zones. And down below over here, this zone is called a drop, a base, and a rally zone. So a DBR zone. And what we can see is that once that zone is created by the basing structure down below over here, that we see a massive impulsive move back up in towards the highs. So when drawing in these zones, that is exactly what you want. You always want to see the basing structure, and then shortly after that, a very large impulse either in towards the highs or in towards the lows. So in this specific situation, we got an impulse in towards the highs. Therefore, we know, okay, this is our area of demand. So the next step was identifying how are we going to take a long once price comes back, because that's one of the most important things, right? So looking at the market in general, what we can see is that if we divide the market into different phases, we had, of course, the impulsive phase over here, where we saw a very large movement happen with approximately 3% in about 1.5 weeks. And shortly after that, we saw a very large period of consolidation. And this period of consolidation took up about 2.5 weeks, I think 3 weeks approximately. And when we have these periods of consolidation, all you have to do, remember this, is see, okay, is that period of consolidation ascending? So is it moving in towards the highs, or is that period of consolidation descending? And is it moving in towards lows? When it's ascending, as you guys must know from my channels and wedge video, if you haven't checked it out, check out the educational playlist on this channel. But when we have an ascending channel or an ascending correction, we can expect a drop in the near future. When we have a descending correction or a descending channel, we can expect a rise within the near future. So in this specific scenario, what I was looking at, and let me just delete this for you guys. So in this specific scenario, after having that large impulsive move in towards the lows, what we were seeing was, of course, first of all, this descending corrective price action, after which we pushed up in towards the highs. However, it was kind of a fake breakout. So then what we need to do is we have to kind of look further, look deeper in towards the correction, and then we just have to adjust the lines. What we can then see is that it is still that descending corrective nature, right? We still have that descending price action. So after seeing that descending price action, I already knew when price would reach this area of demand that we were going to have to look for longs. Because if you see descending corrective price action in towards your area of supply and demand, that is the moment that you want to start looking for longs. So then diving in towards the 1 hour time frame and going in towards the period that we were looking for, we can actually see that the daily time frame price action was very similar to the 1 hour price action, in the sense that once again we had a very large overextended move in towards the lows, which after we saw this descending corrective price action. So what I personally did was that at the time, once we were within this area of demand, I drew in my trend line like this, and what I was simply just waiting for was a breakout out of that trend line in towards the highs where I took my entry. So what I then did was that I set my stop loss underneath structure, so just underneath structure over here. Yep. and yeah, just entered upon the breakout. So as you guys can see, I'm currently still in this position, up around nearly 5%, and I took my first profits at this level over here, because that's also important. We also have to take profits, right? And where you want to take profits really depends on your personal preference. But what I always like to do is I always like to look for those large areas of consolidation within the market, because those are most likely the areas that you are going to reverse from. So for instance, over here, we can see that we have, I'm just going to turn it on for you guys, basing candle over here, which now has caused us to reject from this level over here. And I took my first profits over here from this area, where essentially, if you just draw it from wick over here, what you can see is that once again, once we reached this zone, we also saw a bearish candle which was rejecting. However, bullish momentum was so strong that we just pushed up in towards the next zone. So I'm just going to be holding this for the long term, because I am a big fan of the dollar index. But as you guys can see, this is just a beautiful trade, up around 5%, and really happy with it. And I know a lot of you guys took it as well. There was also a potential skill in on this position, which a lot of you guys took as well. Got some DMs about it, and that was this 618 setup. And as you guys can see, perfect touch of the 618 fib level. And if you also took that scaling, you would be up around, what is it? Yeah, 11-12% even. So yeah guys, that was my trade of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and yeah, I was able to just explain a little bit more about the zones and how you can use them together with the corrective and the ascending price action. So that said, I wish you all an amazing weekend, and I can't wait to see you all back on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys.